Starting off 2025, I got to show off Super Mario World to thousands of people at Games Done Quick, and to be honest, I thought I would fully step away from 96 exit related things for quite a while afterwards. But then 4 days after I got back home, I was greeted with this message in the Mario World speedrunning Discord. I was practicing Forest of Illusion for my 96 exit run when I realized another cool strat that may be viable RTA. What is this? To give you some context, Noise here in recent times has made a human theory tool-assisted speedrun that clocks in at a low 1 hour and 18 minute time, closer to 3 minutes faster than the world record at the same time. I have not sifted through this too much yet because my eyes are allergic to seeing retro Mario games in 16:9, but nonetheless, Noise in recent times has contributed a lot to the real-time Mario World speedrunning community, even if he has been more on the tool assisting side of things. Going back to the Discord post I showed you, this showcases a new way to beat the normal exit in Forest of Illusion 4. Instead of getting the normal Gole tape, it's now been found that you can spawn Yoshi Wings to end the level early. But what is even going on here? Because clearly it's more than just grabbing Yoshi Wings. Well, let's take a look at some clearer footage here. The following day, Louie, an off and on 96 exit record contender, posted an individual run of this that isn't just simply faster, but is a more reliable setup. Starting off, this roulette block is hit, and you need to wait for the star. Since you have to wait here, Louie sets up the double tongue glitch. As you see, Yoshi's tongue sticks out twice here. Basically, Yoshi's tongue needs to be released on the same frame the game freezes from grabbing a power-up, which is why a backup fire flower is let out of the reserve box here. While this is typically a one-frame trick, if you add a jump input on the same frame as your X or Y input, this opens the double tongue window up to 6 frames. But like I just said, you do need to time your jump on the same frame as your Yoshi tongue input. It's still a bit tricky. In this case, Yoshi is double tonguing the Koopa that was grabbed towards the beginning of the stage. If you're not familiar, yes, this is still a Koopa. This just means Special World was enabled. In a typical 96 exit run, you would have conquered Special way before reaching Forest. Anyways, assuming you double tongued correctly, it's now time to move forward. Yoshi now has what is a null sprite in his mouth, and this can be used to do all sorts of things. In fact, this concept isn't even new in Super Mario World. 96 Exit already features 3 different boss kills that utilize the double tongue glitch in different ways. 2 of these spawn an invisible Koopa Kid, and 1 spawns a Reznor. Here though, we are about to take advantage of these moving pipes. Going back to this setup from Louie, the null sprite is spat out mid-jump while facing left, and Lakitu is killed with the star. Staying on the blue pipe, another jump is done to land back on Yoshi while killing the other Lakitu hiding in said pipe. Lining up here while scrolling left, Mario is in a perfect consistent position to run right into the pipe while riding the cloud. With the star, Mario is basically killing the pipe, but it keeps regrowing, and you can use this fact to overwrite the dragon coin here, which when grabbed and hit once more, turns into Yoshi Wings. That last concept isn't anything new, and it's the same idea that is used throughout the game to spawn glitched Yoshi Wings. The new crazy thing here is this whole pipe situation. You'll see Louie here ends with a 269 in-game time, which beats the 263 you would normally get flying through. Based on this alone, that's only a few seconds saved, but you also have to factor the fanfare time you deal with when normally hitting the Gole tape. Thanks to that, this trick can save between 10 to 15 seconds depending on how fast your execution is. This would easily be enough to reach the 1 hour, 20 minute time milestone that is really close, with oosui having a 1:21:04 as of the creation of this trick. Of course, with a trick as new as this, people have been having an absolute field day with it, and there isn't one right way to execute this. Limestoners even shared a no-cape version thanks to the player Zaplex that could be used. With this has also led to the discussion, what is the best route here? The typical 96 route that has been used in Forest for a while now does not bring Yoshi into Forest of Illusion 4, so that has to be changed around a bit. There isn't really one simple answer, because there is yet another trick in Forest of Illusion that could help make a 120 possible. Forest Ghost House Clip. Back in 2016, Amaraticando demonstrated that an upward corner clip in Forest Ghost House was possible, and takes advantage of upward speed via grabbing a cape. By early 2017, multiple real-time runners were able to reproduce this, but compared to this new Forest of Illusion trick, this Ghost House clip isn't nearly as viable. It's not even close. On top of needing to actually execute it, you'll need a spare power-up for each time you do it, which would require even more routing considerations. The main reason I still bring this up though, is the fact that humans have done this in real time, and if you do this for both the normal and sacred exit, executing these can save 20 seconds. That's a hefty chunk of time. Third Lava Dolphin, a notable individual level runner, actually did a while back make an extensive document going over routes for this clip, but now we have to factor for Forest 4, the trick that will definitely be gone for first. Switching to a new route that specifically accommodates these new set of wings definitely isn't that hard of a feat, because if we scroll down to 6th place on the 96 exit leaderboard, Hami is already doing a forest route that brings Yoshi into Forest 4. Even though you are going to lose some time on the overworld routing, this new trick saves so much time that a new route is very much worth it. I guess if we do want to go even more insane, there are some other tricks that players have done in individual levels, but not proper runs. The immediate one I can think of is in Chocolate Island 2, where you can basically get a Switch Palace to activate, but I think we should leave that on the back burner for now. That is beyond what is necessary at the moment. Moving to something way more reasonable, one more trick I will mention that has already been done in some runs for a bit now is Valley of Bowser 1 Wings, which gives a similar time save to Forest of Illusion 4 Wings, but executing this is definitely a way larger task. I think this footage alone demonstrates why. These wings already exist in the mid-length categories No Star World and All Castles, but doing it in a category more than twice the length is quite demanding. I'm not surprised that Oosui's All Castles record has this, yet he omits this in his 96. Nonetheless, you'll probably see this be added to 96 over the last two things I just mentioned. So, going from here, what is the future of 96 Exit? Well, it's pretty inevitable that sooner than later, we will see the first 120 time in the category. There is so much further potential. The most likely to get this for a while now have both been Oosui and maibaRTA, who have been trading the record the last multiple years now. I also would not count out Louis if he really wanted to keep pushing further. Like I talked about earlier, he's already helped come up with a consistent Forest 4 setup, and he also in mid-2024 got a 3rd place time that is currently about 10 seconds behind maibaRTA. I definitely wouldn't count him out. Even if we are just mere seconds away from seeing a new milestone, it may not happen overnight, even if we do have a new trick in store. Looking at Oosui's sum of best in his record, he played within 20 seconds of it. For an 80-minute run, that is absolutely insane. I'm not sure if you realize how much of a demand it is to stay within 20 seconds of your best times for that long. It's definitely not something that anyone could do. Anyways, I know this is a bit of a shorter one, but that about sums up where things currently are in Super Mario World 96 Exit. With the main trick talked about today being so new, I imagine this will continue to evolve further, and who knows, by the time you're watching this, maybe they found an even crazier, faster way to do it. I mean, if someone like me can even do it on a whim, I feel like there's a lot of room to mess around with this. Anyways, out of the 3 I just mentioned, who do you think will get the first 120? If I'm simply going off who has been playing the game the most recently, I'm probably hedging my bets with Oosui, but who knows? That's all I really have to say for now. Super Mario World is a crazy game that keeps on giving. Thanks for watching.